that, then you're a good actor.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know?
He has this really like smug face where he's like talking shit to you with a smile, kind
He's
of.
always
like,
above you.
Yeah, like you're not gonna do shit about it because I own this whole city.
Herod. What's his name? Herod, right?
Yeah, Herod.
Herod.
Yeah, John Herod.
Yeah, he. It's really weird. He kind of runs this little city, this little town.
It's like a frontier town, I think.
Yeah, they don't really say what state it's in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if there was a state,
It's
but
probably best.
you get the sense that it's like southwestern
Arizona,
because
maybe between Cali.
between California, Arizona, and Texas,
Mexico,
because
maybe?
there's a lot of
Mexicans,
Mexicans in the actual in the town, and that's basically what it is Gene Hackman controls the town and he controls the people, so he fucking taxes them, and he basically strong arms them into just paying off him and his boys.
He's basically
for,
being a cowboy on them, and
quote unquote, for protection, like a mob.
Mm-hmm. He's basically taken over, and he's now acting like the marshal.
Yeah,
right?
he has order,
or the
Exactly.
sheriff. But he's just a bad dude, and he's controlling this kind of dueling contest, right?
Correct.
And then of course we're introduced to our main character, who is what's her name?
Ellen.
Sharon Stone.
Ellen. That's right.
Ellen. Well, they just pretty much everybody knows her as Lady.
It's really, Lady, because they don't know her
as the Lady, and it's cool because in the movie you do get that kind of social undertone from the movie, as well as when she walks into the bar and she tells the bartender, "Hey, let me get a room and board or something," and he goes, whores are next door.
Treats her like nothing.
And so she's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like,
Can you say that again?
Yeah, say that again. And he's like, "Whores are next door." And she fucking kicks him down from the little stool, and he hits his head,
awesome.
and she catches everything. And he's like, "Oh, okay, ma'am, I'll help you out right now."
Yeah.
But from then on, you understand that she's a fucking badass. She's not
she let
just.
it be known, dude.
Yeah, she let it be known. I'm not here just for you to walk all over me. I'm here to take care of fucking business.
Seeing stuff like that, I feel like it was awesome. It was like this movie is ahead of its time, because what
The female lead was strong, dude. I thought.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel, like you said, maybe that was why people weren't ready for that.
Exactly.
In '95, mid-'90s.
And especially come from fucking Basic Instinct, Sharon Stone, you know?
There was a lot of
or Casino
Stone.
was around that time too.
Ginger. Yeah, see, people weren't ready for her to be Charlie Baltimore style.
Something that bugged me a little bit is that, so she's supposed to obviously be pretty good looking in this.
Yeah.
And even though they try to cover her up and stuff and you don't really see much, but her teeth bother me. Because it's like she's a drifter.
Yeah.
She just comes out of nowhere, and in the very beginning of the film, she's obviously been traveling in the desert. And she comes across this guy, and he tries to attack her. And it's actually Tobin Bell of Saw.
Jigsaw.
Which was cool. And anyway, she kicks his ass or whatever, and then takes his horse.
Takes his horse.
And
a couple of his supplies.
But when she gets to the town with Gene Hackman's character John, there's a scene where there's a close up on her face, and she's talking to one of the little blind kid, and you can see her teeth are perfectly white, straight, and everything. And I feel like that's kind of a goof
for Hollywood.
In that, it's kind of going against that theme of the, how do you say, like the strong female, because it's like now you're just going out of your way to make her look hot.
She's
and be
perfect,
like the hot, because it's Sharon Stone, because her teeth would not be able to look like that.
Correct. Yeah, they're not
in that time.
Well, I think,
and I'm not even saying like have them be like, or have her missing teeth or gold teeth or anything, but just kind of lower down the tint. Lower down the tint, so they're not so noticeable.
Drink a cup of coffee.
There you go. Have some coffee. But no, I get that. But like I said, I think it's they weren't ready for it, and they weren't seeing Sharon Stone as the badass like fucking Linda Hamilton, like that type of character.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they didn't see her as that, but also
or like Riley from Alien or something. You know,
I also think for that movie, it was really for their times, like the Russell Crowe. He wasn't really a household name.
No, this was actually we'll get into that later, but he was unknown.
He was an unknown.
Yeah.
And I mean, fucking Leonardo DiCaprio was still kind of young. You would still count on him to bring people in, but I mean, if he was still kind of younger, I mean, I feel.
Well, this was pre-Titanic.
Pre-Titanic, right?
You know.
Okay.
I know he was in the
Gilbert Grape
and Critters 3 or 4, which I think was his first film.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did, Eating Gilbert Grape,
Mm-hmm.
and then this.
Yes.
So he was still kind of on his way up.
Okay.
the ladder, no?
Yeah, but I think he did good as a kid.
Yeah.
In this one, he was fun.
It was fucking cool. You can see his acting chops, like in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
Are
I
real.
can see it.
As
Eccentric.
the kid. Yeah. What's the Catch
All
Me
About
If You
Himself.
Can? You can see all that coming out from this movie. So it's kind of like he's sticking true to his roots. When you see him in those movies, and you see him in this movie going backwards, because I've never seen him in this movie before.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, you can see where he grabs a lot of his characters.
And how he acts in new movies.
Or motivation.
Shutter Island too. But yeah, I really liked his character in this movie because
He's actually the son of the villain,
Harold.
John.
well, that's actually never been proven.
Of course.
He was the farmer's child.
The farmer child.
At least.
Supposedly.
At least that's what he wants to believe.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, dude, that's I felt like this movie, for whatever reason, didn't get as much credit, but I like it, dude. I mean, I've heard of it. I remember seeing a couple things from it and seeing Gene Hackman's character as a badass from that movie, but I've never actually paid attention and watched it. And after watching it, I'm a fan of it, dude. I like it. It's. I mean, it's not as good as Tombstone, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could see like how it was underwhelming, but like at the same time, like
it's good.
that's what made it good because it was so simple and like everything that was displayed in the movie I think was meant to just be like that. You know,
Yeah.
like it's a western with a big duel, like a championship amongst them, and you have to go for the top. And you kind of don't really feel bad for when things did happen because that's how it's got to be, especially in those times.
Yeah.
So I think that's what made it really good, and like just to see them get down too. Like, and it was really the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like they were calling each other out. They like all of them knew each other.
Yeah.
And they like that one Spanish dude. I forgot his name, but the one that got called out for supposedly being in a gunfight, he wasn't in it.
From Aliens.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
Bishop, right?
What was I can't remember what his name was, but he was basically saying, "Yeah, I killed 4
Like
people."
Herod's
that day."
character, I liked him right there when he would call the fake dudes out though, because like that shows like he was really about it, and that's why he would display his power. Like, so it was pretty fun. Like,
Ace Hanlon
Yeah.
was his character. He was this kind of magician type fancy dude. He's rolling in, and he was bragging about all these people he had killed.
He was real Hollywood about it.
And kind of towards the middle of the film, he finally is dueling against John.
Herod, dude.
And
I'm gonna say the full names, dude.
And before they duel, John is like, "Yo, you're a liar because I'm the one who killed the brothers in this town.
Yeah, you
this
weren't
other
even
town.
in the fucking same state.
You weren't even there."
The details for that were really cool. Like they had all the characters had throwbacks for each other, like what we did or what we didn't do. I thought that was small details that were really big for this movie. Mm-hmm. You know,
I really liked it. As far as check it out, because this is the way I kind of saw it as well too. It was a legendary tale that was told extendedly like a movie, but you can almost sit around a campfire and tell the same exact story from your perception about a woman walking into a town trying to get revenge, being in this gunslinger battle to fight the person.
It's like I know what you're saying. So it's kind of this classic tale of revenge, right? Mm-hmm. And then she gets intertwined in this thing that she doesn't give a shit about it. Exactly. But she has to work her way up to the ladder, like in Mortal Kombat, or Super Street Fighter, to get to her goal, to get to the boss. And that's how it kind of plays out, like a video game in a sense.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when each person has almost like a rival in this Kumite, in this Kumite gunfighter video game movie, and each person has something to prove. The kid wanted to prove to John, his dad, quote unquote, he wanted respect. He wanted to be able to say, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm on the same level as you, if not almost better, and the only way I'm going to be able to prove myself is to fight you in this duel. And if you kill me, then you fucking kill me." Because
the big thing with them is that John, or Gene Hackman's character, is just thinks that his son is a joke. Yes. That the kid he always like, "Oh, you're so slow, you're you have farmer's hands, like you're just cut from different stock, you're not like me, I'm the best, you're not, you're never gonna be." Like, he talks down to him like he's nothing.
You're not even half the man.
Like, he doesn't even treat him like a son.
The kid, that's something you notice. And when the kid does his first he wins his first bout outside, and John's watching, and they start celebrating and everything,
because everybody respects him. The town respects the kid. He's
to
good.
be honest, he might have had the most wins.
He might have. He runs the gun shop, right?
Yeah,
he's like an expert in weapons too.
Mm-hmm. He's an arms dealer.
And still, he just never gets that respect that he's looking for.
Because his father, Gene Hackman, always believed that he wasn't his real son, that he believed since his wife was having infidelities, she wasn't being faithful, he believed that the kid was the farmer's, which is what the fucking gardener's, he thought he was the gardener's kid. So he didn't treat him with respect, or he didn't even see him as his child. He didn't feel like he was his child. Even till when the day that he had the duel with him and actually killed him, he even said, well, it was never actually proven he was my child.
Well, because there's this kind of gut wrenching part where the kid's character gets shot by Gene Hackman, his father's character, John, in a bout outside. DiCaprio's dying on the floor, right? And he reaches out for his dad, like, "Yo," he wants him to hold his hand,
kind of closure,
and kind of cradle him until he passes away, right? And John is completely cold, and he waits for him to kind of pass on, and then all he says is, "It was never proven that he was my son." And he was the farmer's kid, and he kind of washes his hands of it, and that's when you really figure out that he is a bad person and needs to be dealt with.
And you could see the town. Well, when we go further in the story, there's another gunslinger who was basically with the president from fucking Rick and Morty.
Oh,
fucking
Childs.
Yeah, dude.
Childs from fucking the Thing.
Oh yeah,
What's his real name?
Keith David.
Keith David. There you go.
He was basically sent.
Yeah, Keith David. They make it seem it's actually never been proven, but Gene Hackman duels with